don't.
I haven't played in a hot minute.
Which is funny because we talk about you every session.
We're alive.
Forsaken gets brought up every session. Oh, hey, what's up, Aftershow?
Peter said put us live with thinking nobody would notice.
18 viewers.
Ta-da!
All right, let's get into those questions.
All right.
This is where we get into it. Yeah, it was awesome.
So tense.
Lots and lots of party conflict.
Tense for most of us. Some people didn't do anything, but that's in character, so that's okay.
All right, so should we get into the questions?
Let's do it.
I meant me.
All right. So first question.
Apparently Peter's muted. Sorry.
Mario.
Not anymore.
Okay. Question from
How would everyone feel if Leandra actually did become a vampire but expected to stay in the party?
I love it.
Right off.
Doing?
That beating around the bush. Just straight too much, dude.
It's fun. When I asked that, I was thinking to myself, there's a chance that it's not going to be relevant because she might have already made that decision before the end of the session.
I'll be honest, Cole, it wouldn't be the first time that he's fed a vampire, so he'd be fine with it.
Man, never mind. I mean,
Theo thinks she already is a vampire.
That's true. What's the change there? Like
What's
he's
the
like,
yeah.
Well, when I asked that question, my answer for Norbert would have been, hell no. Bad enough already having one party member who doesn't fight for us and another one who fights against us. We don't need a vampire trying to eat us. But after what we saw at the end with, that one seeming to not be all bad, then Norbert felt a lot of conflicted emotions about that. So he'd probably give her a chance just based on her actions.
I think it's pretty clear from the actions of tonight's episode that...
What would she do? Yeah, I guess that's
yeah. Either that or she would just straight up leave the party because she's like,
I'm not.
She's literally just trying to keep everybody alive and everybody just keeps going and like tempting fate.
Uh-oh. Oh, everyone froze.
My background is cutting off half my head, and it's awesome.
I mean, in terms of Leandra herself, like, becoming a vampire is not top of her list, but it's definitely an honor if it is offered to her, so who knows?
That's a good answer.
Yeah. I think we haven't heard Les's and Adavon's. I'm curious.
Adavon?
Adabon doesn't care. Whatever she does is up to her. Whether or not he feels that this is a party or whether or not he wants to be associated with being a part of half of these people's shenanigans, that's a whole other story.
Fair.
Very fair.
Hey, on a side note, I forgot to set it to subscribers only, so all viewers are seeing this episode of the Aftershow.
Oh!
And when it's over, we will switch it to subscriber only.
I actually thought we did that every week.
Nope. Please enjoy, everyone.
Yeah. Lance?
Okay, so just now, I hope that, and I don't want to step on any toes with DM, I rolled a history to see how much he knows about vampires. And he got a nat 20. So from that, if you allow that, he knows that typically the transformation into vampires and vampires in general, these creatures are like corrupted versions of who they used to be. They may look the same, they may talk the same, but they're not the same people they used to be. So keeping that in mind, if Leandra attempted it, he would try to maybe inform her, like be careful, this will change you fundamentally. And he feels like there's hope for that because she's shown that she's not like an undead starved creature, like a vampire spawn or a vampire. When she fed on his memories or his dreams, she showed a level of control, decorum. So he has like high hopes for her, and that's another reason why he sided with her in this session as well. He saw that while she's weird, she's not necessarily bad weird. So he would help her. He would try to keep her on the right track.
I love it. Here's with the next one.
Next question is, question for everyone. At what point in the story did your character feel that they needed to stay and work as a group instead of just leaving? This is from Tapardos.
I'm gonna pick the order because I don't get to answer a lot of these. Norbit, you're first.
Well, my character is, I think it's his pragmatism. So a few of the other characters he doesn't really dislike most of them, but there's a couple that he just can't at all warm to.
Who could that be?
It's possible that if the time had been permitting and there'd been a break of some sort between encounters, that Norbert was ready to bring it to a subject to the entire party.
I forgot to tell you while you leveled up. Sorry, but go ahead.
Yeah, that there was a couple of members of the party perhaps not playing ball and not being a party.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't interrupt you, bud.
No, all good.
And that's also very fair. Theo, we'll have you go next.
Theo's in a new world. There's a lot of unknowns, so it's a little bit safer to travel with people that have already shown they'll fight with you in a scenario than be completely on your own. So while he might not see eye to eye with everybody, safety in numbers versus being out on your own in an unknown place where there's a lot of undead things.
That's a great answer. I love it. Cole.
What? Okay, so Cole is at the age...
Typecasted.
What?
Nothing.
Cole is at the age where his time on this world is coming to an end soon, so he's just happy to have somebody to help him get around.
Aww. And clean up his poopy pants.
Yeah, there is that.
Lance.
Well, as shown from the start, Lance
It's like you prepared
feels like the best. Lance has always been about trying to, first of all, learn more about their current predicament, and second of all, use that knowledge to keep everyone relatively safe. He knows that it's impossible to maintain everyone and keep them in line, especially in a place like this. But his main aim is that to survive, we need cohesion. And he's trying to not only learn about his surroundings, but about everyone, what makes them tick, what sets them off, to try and mitigate that chaos in a way. Try and bring a bit of order to it.
It's the calm in the storm. I love it.
Yeah.
Elusa.
Her answer is actually really close to Theo's. It's more of these are the people that she woke up with in this strange new land, and there is strength in numbers, especially when she did her little detect undead thing. The whole place lit up like a Christmas tree. But I would say at this point, she is going I think these people may be more of a liability than a help.
We're on the teetering.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Leandra.
So at the start, Leandra was the first one to wake up.
Yes.
So she watched everyone and she's like, that's a very interesting group of people. For reasons I shall not disclose yet, that fascinates her. And not to mention there were a lot of very beautiful people. So she decided to stay and watch. At this moment is a different story because, again, she feels like she's respected so far Eluce's beliefs, but this time when it came down to it, hers were not respected, and to her that's a big no-no. So we'll see, but she's not one to enforce her beliefs on others, so she might be the one to just take a step back.
Very valid. And last but certainly not least, Adabon.
So for Atabon, currently they are on the same short-term path, at least he and a few of the others. There just happened to be here for the same thing. I think that over the course of the time that he has spent with them, he realizes that some of them may help him in his goals. I've already touched on his thoughts on the group. There is no group, and it becomes more and more clear that everybody here has their own agenda, and much of it is conflicting. So,
And the DM didn't give a good enough hug. JK, just kidding. It'll come.
He's gonna pull a beta ball.
Don't tell me that. We're all strangers.
I don't think he'll be the one to do it, but no, he currently
I think Belv likes playing it.
no
Beta
connection
ball. Or
to
Emma.
most of the people in the party outside of being acquaintances. As I said, the short-term path with a few of them is identical. So if they're figuring it out together, then more minds work together. And as I said, there's a few people that seem to have some of the knowledge that he is looking for. So he definitely has an interest in being around that for a little while.
Okay. Let's do the next question.
All right, next question. This comes from Limits and Lies. Is your character an introvert or an extrovert?
Awesome. Let's start with Lance.
Well, I don't think there's a surprise here. Well, Lance does enjoy reading about different cultures, different customs and such. When it comes to his own social interactions, they're kind of hit and miss. Like, he's polite, like he tries to get along with everyone, but sometimes he misses certain social cues, can't read the room. Again, very different from when you're reading a book. You know, it's not the same. As everyone's seen, like when he, with insight checks, he's not that good. So again, lack of being able to read people in the room is a thing. So while he's trying to get himself more out there, I would say that he's still like on the other end of it. Like he's still like
He's a smart dum-dum.
yeah, he's intellectually sound, but socially inept, I guess you could say.
Fair.
Yeah.
He's an introvert who wants to be an extrovert is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, so yeah, he's an introverted little book nerd that is he's read about all these exciting things and people that explore and are very social, and you know he wants to be that, but he's finding it hard to translate that in real life, especially in Barovia, which is not the best place to do it.
Yep. All right, Adabon.
Yes, probably more towards the scale of introverted. Similarly, everything that he does, his interactions are very, very intended, almost trained, rather than natural.
Good answer. Elisa.
This again probably doesn't surprise anyone. She is 100% an extrovert, which is fun because played by 100% introverts.
Yeah. It's nice to have opposite. Theo.
Theo is definitely an extrovert. I think he, keeps stuff close to the chest, but he's pretty outgoing and personable with people.
He's a bard.
He's a bard. You can't be a bard to be an introvert.
That'd be very difficult.
I guess you could. You could be like a whispers bard, I guess.
Legend Whispers, yeah.
Norbot.
Definitely the exact opposite of what Steph said, 100% opposite, which is that Norbert is very much an introvert,
Always.
being played by someone who's very much an extrovert.
Leandra.
I mean, there's no doubts here. She's an extrovert.
Nah, not really.
100%. Yeah, she's an extrovert. She's just been sheltered a lot, and there's certain things and customs and being around certain people in certain ways that she's not experienced, and so she doesn't necessarily know how to act, but definitely an extrovert.
Love it.
An awkward one, but extrovert.
So right now for the party, we're 3-3. So
Cole's
Cole,
the tiebreaker.
what are you?
Cole
It's old.
is
It's
at
Cole.
heart an introvert, but he's also an extrovert because he has to find his memories, and that means tracking down his mistress, his mysterious mistress that he can't remember the face of.
How can he
So
have
he's
a
an
mistress if
ambivert.
he's a virgin?
Do what?
The aside mistress. The aside mistress.
Oh, right.
Oh,
Sorry about that.
like the one
Got it.
who he knows he's in love with her.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah, he's
Right.
Catholic. He just never got married.
Yeah.
He can't remember her facial features.
To add some spice to the after show before the next question, this is going to affect a lot the next session. I need all of you to roll a d10 and tell me the answer.
Can I hand roll this one?
Mm-hmm.
I have no.
I rolled a
choice.
d20. I need to grab a d10.
I got a 4.
Ooh.
I like how Tap rolled.
2.
10.
I got a 1.
Me too. I got a 1.
What is happening?
Elusa Atabon 1. Cole, Leandra 2.
I'm just missing. I'm sorry. I swear I listened,
10.
but you all talked. Oh, there it is. That's the one I was missing. Okay. Wow.
Before
7.
Adaban accepts the fate of the dice, he needs to know terms.
For this one,
The
you don't get
conditions
to.
apply.
You don't get to for this one. Literally, there's 7 of you, and only 3 numbers were rolled. That's very interesting. Okay,
All right,
let's
next
go to
question.
the next question.
Oh,
This is also from Limits and Lies. If your character had to kill Adabon or Theo, who would they pick and why?
At this exact moment. Ooh.
I mean, well, I would have to pick Adabon.
Well,
Yeah.
that's fair.
I don't know.
Adabon would have to pick Theo.
I
don't know if Adaban
I think at this point, Theo would win. I could be wrong, but I think at this point, Theo
Would
could
you-
take Adaban.
Who would Adabon kill, himself or Theo?
Depends on the terms.
Conditions apply. Have you learned
Way to
nothing?
not answer the question.
What a guy. Let's go ahead and
I
start
mean,
with.
Adaban
Oh, sorry.
puts a high price on his life, so
Let's go ahead and go to Norbit.
Adabon, without any hesitation. Theo is actually useful to Norbert, and so far Adabon has been the exact opposite of useful, so that's an easy call.
Leandra.
Leandra would, this is a very tough one because she really respects Atabon from the start. Atabon has been very impassive, and Theo just kind of trusted her in a way. So I don't know. I think she would stay out of it.
That wasn't the question.
Yeah, that's not the question.
If she had to
You have to
choose
kill
at
someone.
this point in time, she would probably have to go with killing Theo still.
Oh.
Because
I'm telling
the
everybody you're a
respect-
vampire.
because the respect she's had for Atabon is not gone down enough, or the respect she has for Theo has not gone up enough at the moment to make it tip the other way yet.
I
getting
knew how you saw Theo ever since that first day you didn't heal him when everybody got in.
This magic moment. Okay.
It's not about that, I swear.
Good answer. Lance.
Oh boy, you're asking good boy Lance who he would kill between these two.
Come on, good boy Lance.
Boy.
I feel like Lance would be the one to kill himself rather than
You'll never not be good boy
Yeah.
Lance now.
That's not. I know that's not a valid. Like he would choose option 3, which is leave. When-
That's what I tried.
let
They
the hand-
didn't let me.
Can we kill someone else?
Nope.
Unless.
Gotta answer limits and
Okay,
lists.
Yeah, it depend. It literally would depend which of these two did something that compromised everyone's safety and well-being.
Sounds like
So
I
far,
don't
who's done that?
Really-
Just kidding. Just kidding.
And so far,
Which way does the scale tip?
yeah, so far he hasn't seen any signs of duplicity or subterfuge. And at this point, I don't think he's counting apathy. Because Adabon's, it's not like Adabon's not doing anything. Adabon's been Adabon. He respects that. It's not like he's useless. Like he respects someone that tries to gauge a situation and learn about his surroundings. Theo has been, there was that one time he told Theo about what was happening. He went back to bed. And I was like, well, I respect that.
You asked for poison!
Hence the respect. He's like, that might have come across a little bit, So he doesn't blame him for that. But if he had to pick one right now, I don't know. Maybe Theo, because bards, who knows?
This is way more split than I was expecting.
Yeah, same. All right,
Yeah.
Alusa.
I think at this point, she has a healthy respect for Adabon. While she hasn't really seen him fight, he seems powerful. Like there's just something about him that is, but she would 100% kill Adabon over Theo because she enjoys Theo's snark and thinks Theo is pretty.
Thanks, Theo's pretty. All right, Peter, again, it comes down to you. We are 3 versus 3. Cole, in Cole's mindset, with what he knows of these two, who would he kill, Theo or Adabon?
Well, I did roll for it. I should put that
Hold
out there.
for
What a
it.
But
cheater.
now I'm thinking about why the roll would happen. So Cole would probably think which one is more likely to be of help. And so far, that would be Theodore. So he would kill
Adabon, you're
Adabon.
dead.
We.
But to be fair, it was 3 to 4, very close.
Yeah, it was very close.
All right, next question.
Oh, sorry. I was reading what Belvedere put in the chat, which I agree. Okay. This is for Justine. What has been your favorite and least favorite decision a character has made so far? From Tapartos.
Oh,
Ooh.
We all
Put some
agree
pressure on the
not
hot
to be
seat.
upset with you in the for the answer.
Nah, only you said that, so.
Justin's gonna be like,
I promise to.
every time Adabon does not want to get involved with everything else everyone's doing.
I missed that question. I'm sorry. What was the question?
What
What-
was the DM's favorite and least favorite decision that a character has made?
Ooh.
That's a tough one.
And she's probably only going to be able to go from today's session because like her memory doesn't cover the last one.
Tapardos in chat with mwahaha.
Yeah, you know me, Fox. I'm thinking
hold
back,
on,
I'm thinking
son.
back.
So, like Belvedere, what happened in those other sessions that you want to highlight for me?
I felt bad answering this.
Why?
Go. Do it.
Everybody just had to pick between Theo and Adabon.
Yeah.
I think you can handle it, Justine.
Name and
Yeah, I think it's only
shame.
fair.
Alright, let's see.
The Keegan and his Obi-Wan.
Is it like decision or can I say moment? Tell me, Tab.
It says decision, but I would say moment counts. Tapardos says either.
Okay. Really sorry. My least favorite thing was when Norbit took a bunch of the magic items that I specifically put one for everyone in the party, and then has not brought them up since, so we don't get to talk about how cool they are. But that's okay. Sorry. You're the best, Mario. And I think my favorite moment of the campaign so far was Adamon's aside describing what he saw in the rain.
Aw.
Okay, next
All right.
question. I got one.
Um,
Thanks, Tab.
This is from sorry, D&D Play 20.
Okay, Peter.
Why did the priest leave his own son behind?
Oh, it's me, huh?
I
Yeah.
feel like we're gonna have to answer that next session.
Well, I think you're gonna be kind of distracted next section, but maybe. Yeah, we didn't really get to the undercover piece of it, so as long as there's no metagaming, I don't mind answering it. The priest did not leave him behind. He was trying to protect him. He was bit by Strahd, and all of Strahd's minions, wives, husbands, all the different levels, tried to come to Strahd, and he didn't want to lose his son. Because all these people you've been kind of noticing have been losing people in this town, village, place. And so he trapped him underground, but he also didn't want to like give in and give him like humans, because he's like a priest, like a father. And so he was like practically starving him because he needed blood to survive. So it was this really weird, like, moral conjunction that was kind of fun.
That's why he lied to us, and the insight check said he was still a good guy, but he's lying.
The
Yeah.
spirit of the question was because he ran
Why he ran
from
away.
the church.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. I thought I meant
But
like
thanks
why
for
was
the
he?
extra info.
He ran,
I will
he ran from the church because there's a secret entrance in the graveyard that leads down to the cellar that he was going to go to. But after he peered in, no one noticed because no one rolled an insight. After he was peering in and watching, he ran back up.
Adabon didn't roll high enough in his investigation. Or I guess I didn't specify that's what I was looking for either.
Or I'm bad DM.
No, I gave
No,
you
you're
a specific
not.
thing that I was trying to figure out, so it's
Mix of
absolutely
all
fair.
three.
Yeah.
You're an
Okay.
excellent DM.
It's
You're
definitely
an
one of
excellent
those
DM.
three.
Yeah, we'll never know.
Adabon did have a plan to help, but initiative's a thing, so.
He did tell me his plan in secret message, and it was pretty freaking cool.
Was
So
he
I
gonna
promise,
believe
sure,
him?
I promise he wants to actually help guys. He just never gets there. All right.
What about
Most guys have the other problem.
All right. The next question from the Dungeon Boys.
Who could that be?
I don't know. Who?
I hear they have a podcast.
What?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, pretty good one.
If you
too.
could only save one character in the party to continue on with you, who would it be and why?
Well,
That was meant like with your character.
I guess Cole's out.
Elusive.
It would have been Theo, but now I learned he wants to kill me.
Cool, we don't.
That's only if it's me or you, Adabon.
He just needed a good male influence in his life, and he's learning. So
Okay, Adabon, if it's not Theo, who is it then?
if it's not Theo, at this
Well, I
point,
mean-
probably Leandra. Maybe even Leandra first, because she seems to be the most likely to be able to share or help him achieve his goals, and they do have a good relationship. So
Leandro, I'll pass it to you.
At the minute, it would be a tough choice. If it could only be one, it would be a tough choice between Audubon and Lance. Lance wins for one reason: he can feed her at any time.
So he wins because he's a lunchbox,
big deal.
not because of his integrity. Gotcha.
Snack box.
That's all I need to know.
All right, Lance, what about you?
first.
The way to a woman is through her stomach.
Yeah.
Noted.
It's reversed. We had the quote like it was wrong. It was the other way around. Gotcha.
All right.
Well, that brings it to Lance, the lunchbox. If you had it actually was a tough choice for him as well, because of all the people in the party, Leandra and Theo are kind of the ones he is leaning a bit closer to. Like Theo, he knows that everything that is Theo is not quite that, obviously, because he doesn't know him that well. But his actions have spoken for him. Like when push came to shove, he's shown some good decorum. Like he's inquisitive. Like he backs him up sometimes. Leandra, on the other hand, has shown that, again, being weird, it doesn't necessarily mean being bad weird. He respects what she does. She's done a lot of good as well. He's seen it. Like he's seen her craft like a crossbow for a woman to defend her family. She's seen her take alternative routes instead of choosing violence. She would always try at least talk it out, at least choose a different path than most people would. She stops to think. He respects that. So I think right now maybe leaning a bit more towards Leandra, but it was a very close second there, Theo.
Yeah. Is it because you found out she gets hornier when she's hungry?
We did find that out.
Actually, that
Like
one,
you
that was
deny a
pushed it back to
snack
you
and you're
because-
like, you can have it
Push
after.
it back to you.
Remember, he's an intro. That kind of thing makes him really uncomfortable. So that's why it almost like went back towards Theo.
Okay, Theo.
yeah.
Oh god, it's hard because there's pros and cons to everybody,
Just like the real world.
right? Gosh,
Yeah, it's real world and fantasy.
I was leaning towards Alusa for Theo because she's not unwilling to get her hands dirty if like things need to happen, and we don't know a lot about what's going on here. And
Yeah,
if
she's
I
not.
need somebody to like distract by taking all the violent attention so I can leave,
Bro. She's
That's fair. That's valid.
she's useful. I can heal myself if I need to, so I don't need Leandra or Cole around. Norbit's gonna leave me. He's not gonna be the one to take the attention.
All sufficient.
Adabon could be like the dad figure I never had, and Lance would be like a bro with magic, but he's also, a wizard, and they can only take like a hit or two, and then the attention's on me anyways. So
Valid.
No,
for my survival, I'm going to say Alusa.
for survival.
Love it.
All right.
Alyssa.
Does that make it my turn? So,
It's working out like that very nicely.
right?
Yeah, and it's like Lelouch.
Part of me would have said Norbit, except that Norbit hates her. So,
Yeah, it's
But-
funny because if you took the hate aside, you two actually would probably be like best friends.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Enemy, person.
Yeah.
But
Versus the
I
enemy you
think
don't.
at this point in time, it would be Theo for a couple different reasons. One, she has already sensed that Theo is not necessarily like, he's not going to do the right thing necessarily. He's going to do the right thing for him, and she respects that. And
You're a shithead, but I like it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And she respects that. And then the other reason was because he could probably get them lodgings so that she wouldn't have to, like, while she's okay with roughing it, like, she's used to a certain standard. And so far, Barovia is not meeting that.
She needs a down feathered bed.
Yeah. She just wants me to walk in and be like, I'll perform for whatever.
Pretty much.
Go ahead.
And they're like, we don't listen to music here. It's depressing.
You play like a happy tune and 3 people have a heart attack. I'm shocked.
Yeah. So like, Strahd's come back.
All right, Cole, hit us.
Well, we can just rule out Norbit because, you know, Cole is still butthurt literally over that. And then, can't be Leandra because Cole was wounded in the basement and she just walked off.
I have healed you and helped you every single
Yeah,
Hey!
Wow.
This was a
Don't
special
step on
circumstance.
my toes and tell me
He has
it's raining.
He has a bad memory.
He does have a bad memory.
I'm
He
gonna
does have a
say
bad memory.
Lance because Lance is probably, because he helped me, he's probably the one that would help me keep up with things.
Good answer.
True.
All right,
Cole does
Norbit.
need somebody smart
I almost
to keep
went
around.
Elusa because I was thinking everyone else is too nice and Elusa can protect me. But
She might just kill you too.
Not
You got
So-
too close.
All right.
Yeah.
Norbit's I feel like it's so good. You're like, everyone's super interested in you, but they're also like, I don't want to say terrified, but you kind of like, I feel like throw everyone off in a good way. So I'd like to see who you travel with.
Well, when this question was asked, my answer was very easily going to be Lance, but I've sort of come around on it, and I'm now thinking Leandra. I think she's a cleric, which means she can help keep him alive. B, Norbert, despite what some might think, likes to think of himself as a good person, maybe a bit of a coward at times, but and he respects people who he thinks make decisions for the right reasons, and he thinks he's seen enough to suggest that Leandra is the most likely to try and make decisions for the greater good.
at this point in time.
For now,
Never
sure.
mind that Elusa was the one trying to keep everybody alive from the undead.
yeah.
He'll never pick you, friend.
It's okay, loser. No one picked me either, so.
You know,
I'm just worried that you would rob me in my sleep and like peace out in the morning. Like,
Hey, you've never seen me rob anyone.
so
You
Yeah.
literally.
That's true.
I
Fair,
was picking
fair.
a magic item and you literally took it from me.
okay, so
Yeah.
Norbit, you want the greater good, but you crammed rats up Cole's tush. You took all the magic items.
Maybe
You
he's-
disappear on us constantly.
Okay.
In
Let me make it clear.
fairness,
You
took an item I did not take.
I would like to be clear. I didn't care that you pulled your rogue shit. That was awesome. I was mad that you didn't look at the items because I really wanted to tell you all what they were. Sorry,
If it helps, Justine, I've just chosen a feat specifically because I want to know what that cloak does without anyone else knowing about it.
Oh, that's kind of cool. I like that. I respect your stealthiness. Okay, next question.
Don't you just have to spend
Alright.
like a short rest with it to learn that?
Yeah, he doesn't know that.
Sorry.
he steals magic items, but he doesn't know how it works.
Instead, he weakens himself by taking a feat just for one damn item that's probably crap.
It's not.
It's not, I promise.
This one comes from Tapardos. Is there any other class or spec you would have rather played?
Cleric, we know.
Peter, we know.
Adabon.
Sorry, what was the question?
You don't get to answer now.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Is there a different class or spec you would have wished you could have played?
Like, I mean, is that like species, like race? Is that what we're talking about?
I mean, we all had three
Oh,
characters.
Class.
right.
So
Mm.
I mean, I didn't even submit one, so.
You did! You liar!
What?
You-
You submit
you're-
15?
You're a sorcerer!
I have like 8,000 characters, so I'm just super glad to play one. He is playing a little different than I envisioned, but I'm happy to see it through.
is he playing?
Yes, he plays every session.
You are a butthole.
I know.
Not yet, Fox.
I know.
Yeah, so far, no, I don't have any complaints, I don't think.
I would like to make it very clear. The Belvedere sent me 2 characters for this and then said, please pick up the 10 others I sent you for the Western one shot as well. And I said, okay, so that's 12 characters I read through.
Yeah, for anybody
It's-
watching, if you're planning on hosting a game and you choose me as a player, prepare for probably at least one a day until you tell me to stop.
Yep.
So
And
then,
I picked one from the Western from like 1,000 years ago, and he was like, oh, I didn't think you were going to do this one. And I was like, you told me to pick. And it was Adabon.
Yeah.
so Justine is reading through the 12 character sheets why Lance doesn't have character art yet.
I'm going to
Probably.
dude.
I can write novels and backstory
I
on
can
each
draw
one, so
Lance
hey.
a character.
Speaking
I
of
can-
Lance,
I can
go
draw
ahead.
stick figures.
Speaking of Lance, no, it's okay. Like the DM has assured me that is a work in progress. It's coming along. It'd be really ironic that she gets it done and in that session Lance dies. So maybe you can put it as like, you know, for his funeral, just have like that the image, like his photo there with like a wreath of flowers. That'd be nice.
I give up.
So you're good. You're good.
I'm going to draw on this
Um,
post-it note, and then you can all shut up.
Yeah.
Get it?
Is there no character you would have rather played?
Or class.
Lance, a class, right? Yeah.
Class.
I don't know if I had. Okay, in this kind of setting, no doubt I would have gone with my favorite class. I probably would have played a paladin for sure. Like,
Your favorite
It's-
class is the barbarian?
my OG
He's a
class.
paladin.
Is just,
You
As a
play
paladin, I
barbarian
started paladin.
everywhere else.
I know.
He's
because
not.
I
He's
branched
always a
out.
cleric.
Yeah. So, paladin is the OG, then cleric, then
Cleric.
barbarian, and then wizard, which isn't what I'm currently playing now. So, if I had to choose, probably paladin. But I'm quite happy with my choice at the same time. I like branching out. Glance is a very interesting character. It's, again, learning new things is what he does and what I like to do as well. So, no regrets.
All regrets.
Mm.
I love it. Theo.
Well, knowing that it was Strahd campaign, my other choice would have been a paladin, just because I knew that there was a lot of dead things. That was my only like prior knowledge of Strahd, was that there would be zombies and dead things and vampires, and I was like, paladin it
For
is,
sure.
because of those saving throws. Let me tell you, those saving throws. That's where it's at.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Don't worry, a
Oh,
lot of
yeah,
my
what-
shit. A lot of my shit's homebrew.
Does Peter give us that thing yet at level
6.
4, the aura? Oh, okay.
6. And it's his con mod, so whatever its charisma mod is within 10 feet. How much charisma you got, Peter?
Yeah,
I don't
Pete.
know. Let me pull up my character.
Here you go.
If anyone looks in Roll20 right now,
Dang it,
I've just done Lance's
15.
character art.
Oh, I did it too.
15? Okay, so we get a +2.
Yeah, that's great.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
+2.
Please tell me the
okay.
next time you do the introduction, it's just the post-it note.
Gonna be.
On stream.
Character art done.
That's my finest work of art ever.
Cool.
Appreciate it.
Are you glad you waited 2 months for that, Raza?
Oh, I like it.
It's cute.
Aw.
There. Character art's done.
Please, again, put it for his funeral. Put it enlarge it so then people can.
I guess I'll pass it to Norbit for his.
Thank you. I was
Other
busy
class.
drawing my thing.
I wouldn't have said this at the start, but just yesterday, a friend of mine made a homebrew sorcerer subclass, and it was a necromancy sorcerer. I posted it in D&D Play 20.
I read that.
And I really, really like it. So I would, if a character died, if Norbert died right now and Justine allowed it, I'd choose that class next.
Nice.
And I'll throw it to Leandra.
I'm gonna be honest. I had a lot. I had the idea for Leandra, and I was very excited about it. And I sent it to Justine, and I immediately regretted it.
Oh.
I was like, "This is gonna go so wrong. She's gonna be hated by everyone. Nobody's gonna trust her. This is gonna be terrible. Terrible idea." This is one of my things that I get terrified of, is that nobody understands or likes my character. I'm gonna be freaking out every session. Right now, I'm like, I guess it was good. I guess I chose right. I guess I'm okay. I guess it's fine. Cleric
Only
is,
3/4 of the party hates me.
yeah. I mean, there's,
It's not a fail.
it's not
I
a
mean-
fail.
I like the cleric stuff. It's just the Dampier stuff that I was like, excuse me?
Excuse?
I'm sorry. What?
It's funny because I never played a cleric. I avoided the class like the plague. Clerics and paladins, I avoid them like the plague. I don't like playing them. I never really played them much, but I don't know. There's something about it that I don't usually go into it. So I wanted to step out of my comfort zone. So if I could choose differently, I would, because it's not my favorite thing to play. So I would probably have gone fighter, or because I miss playing melee. I've been playing spellcasters for so long. I kind of miss playing just melee characters. So yeah, probably would have been my choice.
When Leandra
I'm happy.
dies, you have options.
I do. It'd be very interesting if Leandra dies. Who I would bring for sure. I will pass it to.
Other than Leandra, does anybody have access to Revivify?
Well, one day.
What's the
Thank you.
revivify?
You could. Bard's gonna have
You could.
fire.
I can? Okay. I guess I should take
Magical
that.
secrets, you can, with your magical
you can-
secrets, you can get some good stuff. I think it's just a level or two
Again.
later.
Okay,
Yeah.
so level.
Again, self-sufficient.
Yeah,
Okay, don't die, Leandra, because it'll be a while.
that's all right. I don't plan to. I don't plan to. I'll pass it to Elusa then.
All right. So, funny story. I ended up submitting 3 characters. 2 were based on I wanted to play a class I hadn't played before, because I tend to gravitate towards the same classes. Elusa was one of those. In all honesty, she was my least favorite of the 3 that I submitted. Now, the other 2 that I submitted, based on the party makeup that we have, I understand. But then, actually, the roles that Justine had us do before the game even started, they gave us, some interesting, backstory stuff, actually really helped me build her character, because I think it wasn't so much that I wasn't interested in playing the character, it was more I didn't know how she fit. And even now, I'm like, I understand how she fits in this world, but I think I'm struggling with how does she fit in the party. But the other two characters, there was one that I was really interested in playing, but it was Bard, but it was a School of Spirit Bard. And if Alusa were to die, that would probably be, I would make some tweaks from the initial one, but that would probably be the character I would want to bring in next.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked all your characters. I like most everyone's all characters, but
Whose didn't you like?
Is there a character?
we'll have to save that for the next time we play.
Yeah, I'm paid for that question.
So we are running a bit long, so we do have 3 more questions, but we're gonna hold them for next time. Who wants to close us off?
I would
I'll
like
do
to
it.
answer the last question.
We're gonna do it next time.
Oh, Cole. I
it?
mean, he hasn't answered the last one. Did I miss
Yeah.
anyone
Oh,
else?
sorry, Cole.
Yeah,
I thought you meant the last question.
we
Apologies.
assumed it was going to be a
Sorry.
cleric. and
For
we
some
skipped
reason, I
him.
was thinking
Yeah,
it was my
we
first
just
one.
we just thought it was gonna be a cleric, so we answered for
But
him.
there is a slight twist.
Oh,
Alright.
what is?
If Justine would have approved it, it would be a radiant cleric. Which is essentially like a lightning tempest cleric but does radiant instead.
Love it.
Which would have been great in Strahd.
Probably Twilight Cleric would be the best one for Strahd because it has like passive healing abilities that are just OP.
Yeah, and there's like always dim light.
Oh, like cleric.
Life Cleric is good as well. Yeah.
Really, any cleric is great for Strahd.
Yeah.
For Strahd.
Any cleric.
I actually probably chose one of the. In some things, he'll be very useful. In others, not so much.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's it? We're done?
So much. Yeah, we're gonna save the rest for next time.
Yeah.
You can catch Strahd on the 24th, and there's some amazing games coming this week. Join our Discord, which is going to be in the chat, and we appreciate you all. We hope you had a good, fun, amazing time.
Oh, I forgot the announcement.
Oh, what's the announcement?
October, Friday the 13th, we are going to have a Halloween stream.
Ooh.
Ho, ho, ho! And I get to be a part of it because,
You got permission from the missus.
yes,
Nice. Spooky time.
about 4 months ago I got permission. And I'm
Wow.
holding her to it. So we
I don't
have
even
to
have
do
a-
something.
I don't even have a background up anymore, and I still look like I'm in Spooky Land. So this is my
Yeah.
room at night. All right, bye, stream. Thanks for hanging out. We appreciate you.
Bye.
Thank you, Spade.
Bye.
Bye.